Just 1 week on, and MotoGP is racing once again, this time in South America for the Argentine Grand Prix. It's going to be an interesting race weekend this weekend with lots of riders missing out on the race, and we also have the possibility of mixed conditions. So let's preview this race weekend. As just mentioned there, the weather for this weekend looks like it could be mixed with the possibility of rain across all 3 days from practice right through to the feature race. And that means that some different names could be thrown into the mix, some wet weather specialists for the win this weekend. It's going to be an exciting one. Last time out in Argentina, pole position was taken by Aleix Espargaro, who set a time of 1 minute 37.688. That's just 5 thousandths slower than the all-time lap record, which is from 2014 and held by Marc Marquez, a 1:37.683. So if you're playing the pole position predictor game this weekend, predict around a 1:37.5 probably. That's probably the range that you're looking in for pole position this weekend. The 2022 winner of the Argentine Grand Prix was Aleix Espargaro, who won from his pole position. It was his first victory and also his 200th race. If you can remember that, it was an excellent event and quite a cool thing to watch, Aleix finally getting his first race win. He was followed by Jorge Martin, who got second place, and Alex Rins, who was third. So those might be people who could do quite well this weekend. The track has historically been a Marc Marquez stronghold. He has 3 race wins, but he's not here this weekend, so that means that it could be anyone else's game. People to look out for, in my opinion, Jack Miller looked really fast in Portimao, and he has a pole position at the Argentine circuit, so he could be one to watch out for the race win, if not a podium, this weekend. And that leads into my predictions for this weekend. So my first one is that Jorge Martin will win the sprint race this weekend. He was fast last year, second place, as I said, and I think that over a shorter time he will probably end up winning. We saw that for a long time in that race last year, he actually managed to hold the front. It was only in the latter stages that Aleix came back past again. So I think Jorge Martin will win the sprint race. My second prediction is that, sadly, I think it will be a bad weekend once again for Fabio Quartararo and Yamaha as a whole. It's a bit of a shame because, as said in my review video from Portimao, 8th and that kind of place that Fabio finished is not really where he should be as a world champion. But obviously that bike just isn't working underneath him, or perhaps he's a little bit demotivated. And I don't think it's going to go well for him this weekend either. Last year wasn't great in Argentina for Fabio, and I think that trend will continue as well. So I don't think that Fabio will finish above, say, 7th. And finally, I'm going to finish off with a hopeful prediction. KTM will finish on the podium in one of the races this weekend. As mentioned earlier, Jack Miller has had a pole position around this track, and I think he does like it enough to hopefully get on the podium, and I think that KTM will, fingers crossed, work well. I do root for them, and we shall see how it goes. So those were my predictions, and that was a preview of this weekend's race in Argentina. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back on Monday to do a review and recap of the weekend's racing action. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, do all of that stuff, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.